equations and radical inequalities. In this case, we have a radical inequality that we're trying to solve. Solving radical inequalities can be solved using the same process as radical equations, but we must consider the possible values for the radicand. So in other words, if we're taking the square root or an even radical, we can't have a negative value under there. And so when we're looking at this, first thing, again, we need to get the radical by itself. So over here, we can divide both sides by 3, and then we get x minus 1 square root is less than or equal to 4. We want to get rid of the radical, so we square both sides. We square both sides to get rid of the radical there, and then we get x minus 1 is less than or equal to 16. And then we can add 1 to both sides. We add 1 to both sides, and we get x is less than or equal to 17. So that is the top half. That's as high as we can go. X has to be less than or equal to 17. Now we have to consider what's under the radical. And so to do that, all we do is we take the value that's under the radical. In this case, it's x minus 1. And that has to be greater than or equal to 0. So we can't, basically that says x minus 1 cannot be negative. So we add 1 to both sides, and we get x must be greater than or equal to 1. So we know 1 is the lower limit, 17 is the higher limit, so we can combine those together in an interval notation. So 1 is the lowest, and 17 is the highest. Now we have to decide if those are included or not, and included for both of them because they both have the equal sign. So our solution for this is between including 1 up to 17 including 17. We can also write this in set builder notation. Set builder notation where 1 is our lower limit and 17 is our upper limit.